Hi, thanks for joining Libra. This is your reading for the month of June. So, we're going to look at your energies from. I want to see what you've been bringing in from the last new moon up to the full moon that we had on June 4th. And then I want to take, so I want to see what you were bringing in, and I want to take a look at what you were releasing. Um, I was connecting with your energy through meditation just before this reading, and I'm just going to jump right in. So, what I'm feeling right now, somebody has carpal tunnel. I don't have carpal tunnel, but I feel things in my body, and it is really paining right now. For me, it's on this side. This is my right. But for you, sometimes I mirror people, so it may be on your left. But there is some carpal tunnel happening, and I feel like someone's ears are ringing. Uh, um, yeah, some carpal tunnel. Also, I'm feeling a little bit of heart heavy. There's a lot of heart stuff happening with you guys as far as like emotions and things like that. You've been through a lot. You've been through the most, is what I'm seeing. And jumping right into things, what you've been bringing in, I can see that you've been through the most. You are making huge changes. You feel that you have been in a battle. Um, uh, this is a battle with yourself. This was a battle with your life. This was a battle for energy. This was a battle for following your own heart and your own intuitions. And it's a battle where I do see that you have the upper hand. You've been standing up for yourself. You've been standing up down deep down in your heart. You know that you've been standing up for your true self, and you haven't spoken in such a long time, and you have finally mustered the energy to stand up for yourself. And that's actually continued. That's gone on for a long period of time, but it's even continued on from the new moon up to this full moon. Pardon me. Yeah, I'm getting a tickle in my throat because you're still you had found it difficult to be able to be your own advocate and speak for yourself. And I feel like the spirit had given me the sign there that that you had found it difficult, but then they cleared my throat for me. So it is telling me that you are finally finding your voice. You've had a lot of challenges, like I said, in a lot of areas, and you've been fighting them all at once. It just feels like everything was coming in at you. But there is a sense of completion here. It feels like things have come full circle. It feels like that there's an ending to a lot of things. It feels like that there's um, a sense of wholeness and accomplishment that you're starting to feel in your life, and you're sort of, in a way, you're sort of celebrating this. Although I am getting that heart indicator that there is some sadness with this, in this sense of completion. But there's also a wholeness. Like, I just keep feeling that. I can hear you saying, "I'm whole. I'm whole. I'm whole. I'm coming to myself. I'm coming complete. I'm coming." I'm coming around. I think you had forgotten about yourself, and now you're starting to come back together. Um, yeah, these challenges, there were forces that you knew about, people that you knew about, your own challenges within yourself, and relationships, friendships, everything, just general community. But I'm also seeing there is those people that are hiding behind their keyboard that are saying things too. They're hiding behind their little text messages, and they're hiding behind their stuff. And I can see them. I can see it. You can see it. It's here. Because they're not in the picture. You're there, and you're fending it off. You're fighting everything off, but they're not showing their faces. So there's a little bit of like cowardly action that's happening around there, but don't mind them. Don't just you're moving through it and past it because you know yourself completely, and you're moving into your wholeness. Nobody knows in this world what other people go through, right? Like we can empathize and we can be compassionate, understand, and that's where we really get to know and understand each other. But too often we forget that someone else is going through something and that we might just not know. And unless we ask, and sometimes if we don't need to ask, if it's not our business, we can just try to have some compassion, because guess what, my friends, the wheel goes round. The wheel goes round, and sometimes we're up and sometimes we're down. So this is a lesson that we've been through, and the next time that we're feeling up and the next person's down, we need to be able to show a little bit of compassion, because that's how we realize that we have all come here to learn lessons, really difficult lessons. Earth is probably one of the hardest schools that we can be in, but it can also be one of the most beautiful experiences that we have. It's all how we treat ourselves and each other. So I see that. I see that with you completely. That's where your energy is at right now, and that's what you've been going through. You've been trying to make a lot of head over heart decisions, and it's probably been the most difficult thing that you've had to do, because you've had to um, call it. You've had to call it, and your heart may have wanted a million other things, and your heart may have had a lot of wishes for a lot of things. But there comes a point in time where, and your heart is pounding right now. I feel like you're probably crying, and I'm like, I want to cry with you. Um, God, my heart is just going right now. My heart is going out to you. I love your energy. You're such a beautiful person, and I know that this was the hardest for you. This was very hard. You have had so much clarity come in. The clarity that you've been, like, I am not making this up. That it's here. This is part of my premeditation. It's what I've been feeling for you. I can feel your energy within my body, and yeah, you've been through the most. You've been through the most, but you've learned, right? Like you've learned, and you're learning to come back around to yourself. And I am feeling that beam of divine love and light come right down through the top of my head and shoot straight into my heart. And it's you are connecting with the divine source. You are connecting with your own divinity. You're realizing that because you've been through the hardest stuff, and what you're realizing, there is a plan for you, and that you are loved. You are loved on this side and the other side, and there are people and your whatever your higher powers, if you believe angels, spirit guides, whatever, they are with you, and they are here for you. They are showing up for you, and they love that you are starting to finally show up for yourself. So let's talk about what you have been grateful for over this period, and stuff's jumping out. Okay, so yes, you've been grateful for your circle. You've been grateful for your friends, even though you've had some haters, even though you've had some people that have been judgy. You have had a lot of people and things to celebrate, and that's what you're grateful for. You've been grateful for having. You've been grateful for having those connections and people reaching out to you, and when you felt disconnected. But also in this time, you've had some time to to go through some lessons and some experiences. You've had a little bit of time to contemplate some things. I feel like you've bounced from feeling like, "Ugh, I can't deal with this, I can't do this," to moments of clarity where you were thinking about your situation and trying to get in touch with yourself. So I'm feeling a little bit of an imbalance that you've had, but you're feeling grateful, because I feel like slowly finding your footing, and the things that you were ignoring, and I feel like actually that you were ignoring a bit of the foundations that you might have had. You were isolating yourself a little bit, like, I'm alone, I can hear you, you're like, I'm alone, I'm going through this by myself, I'm alone. But over here, there's a community, there are people that love you, they're like they're with you, they're gonna see you through it. And I see you showing up for yourself now. You're starting to have with this clarity is coming some new ideas. You're going to have some new inspirations, some new energy is coming in toward you. Yeah, just uh, some thirst for knowledge, I'll say, basically, of mental clarity, but also you're desiring very much to see things in a new way, and that energy is coming in toward you. Yeah, and they wanted to, this is just an extra card that popped out, but they're wanting me to let you know they're very, spirits are very, very happy for you. I'm feeling your, whether you want to call it spirit guides, angels, your past ones, past loved ones. They're, I feel like there's like a circle of people around you, and you are seeing signs from them, and you are having acknowledgments. You're seeing repetitions. I just seen a car drive by. It seemed like an older car, but I don't know if that means anything to anyone. It was like and a teal green color came up. I'm not sure if any of that means anything to anyone. Something from the past. These cards are just jumping out. This is something from your past, a past loved one, a time when you felt. I feel like a time when you felt really loved. Someone that really cared and nurtured you. A past friendship, a past, like I say, loved one, and also coming in as spirit guides. I'm just getting that really big feeling in my heart, but they're so proud of you right now because you're building a sense of harmony in your life, and that's really the direction. And if you haven't started taking steps to that, you're going to take steps to that because you're releasing. Let's look at what you're releasing. I know what you're releasing. Come on. All right, you are releasing, you are releasing any blockages that told you you can't do this. You are releasing any blockages that said you're not capable of making these changes, that you're not capable of having the life that you want, that you shouldn't go after what you want, or that this is it, baby, this is what you get, this is what you deserve. You're not buying that narrative anymore. You've turned the page, you've changed the chapter, you burned the book, and you're on to the next. Like, you are like writing your own story. I see you journaling. I see you wanting to journal. Your intentions are setting, you're planting seeds for making some major changes in your life. And I see you have abundance coming in, okay? You have abundance. You have the divine feminine energy that's just really showing up for you right now, and that divine energy is showing up in yourself. You're starting to I'm not making this up. Boom. You are I see it. You are putting more effort into showing yourself love. I can hear you talking like as if you're talking like your own best friend. You're starting to change the language and how you speak to yourself, and change the self-talk that you've had coming toward yourself. You're starting to actually realize that's actually been part of the problem. So you're letting a lot of blocks go right now. You're standing up and you're saying, I do deserve something wonderful, and I do deserve this to happen for me. Some of you may be planning a trip or traveling, or at least thinking about it. It's going along with that self-care stuff, and also just being like, I am getting the heck, even just whether it's a physically traveling. I feel there's a trip for some of you. For some of you, I feel that it's move. For some of you, I feel like you're actually making a physical distance from the things that no longer serve you anymore. And For some of you, you are still having some of those worries kind of stand up in front of you and be like, can I, can I, can I? I want you to go back to, I want you to tell your ego to sit down, to go lay down, get some night nights, okay? Because your ego is going to step in. And though our ego does protect us on some level, and there is a purpose for our ego. And I'm not talking about like your ego, like, I'm amazing, but I'm talking about the ego side of us that, will try to tell us things that we can or can't do. I find mine, like what you'll find, it can speak with some authority and be like, oh, you can't do that, or are you crazy for thinking that, or why are you even wasting your time talking about that? And you're getting that energy to go lay down. You're starting to listen to that quiet voice, that quiet intuition, that constant voice, that voice that is a constant loving, nurturing, a knowing, that knowing inside of you that's saying, yes, this is what's right for me. I'm going to move forward. That voice that when you hear it, it's so soft, and sometimes you just start to, it moves you. And I feel you moving because the universe is moving you, and it's so so beautiful right now. But yeah, I see this change, and you are ready. You are ready to start. You are ready to start something new. You are gathering your tools. You are changing your environment. You're assessing what you have. You're realizing that there's gifts and good fortune that you haven't realized that you have. And if you don't have it, you're going to make it because you are lining things up because you deserve it. You deserve it. And you own it. You're sitting in that. You're actually finally at the place. God love you. I see what you've been through, and I see that you're finally sitting in the space of I'm claiming it. Stake your claim. Stake your claim. You deserve this. Okay? And you're leaving things behind. You're releasing old baggage. You're releasing negative things that did not serve you. And this is just really, really beautiful. All right. And what is not working for you right now? I think that's what we were looking at, was not working for you right now. So the sudden changes that you're going through are really feeling it's feeling like you're having a tower moment. It feels like your whole world is ripped apart and that you're upside down. And I want you to remember that not all storms come to destroy you, some come to clear your path. And if you want to build something really, really beautiful, sometimes you have to just tear it all apart and start from scratch, to start from the ground. Okay. Things grow in the loose soil. Okay. So sometimes you have to loosen that earth up so that things can actually come through. And I see you've made, you're having a tower moment. You're having a moment where it feels that things, I feel like this, for some of you, this was a necessary change. For some of you, even though you knew that it was coming, it still felt shocking and jarring, almost as if you didn't know. Like, I feel like you were kind of, it's like you knew it was coming all along, and then when it came, it was like blindsiding because it was actually here. It was like that moment where it was like, oh my God, this is actually happening. And there's a part of you that feels grateful for that, and there's a part of you that really feels just shaken about it. But I want you to know that like I say, there can be a huge sense of release that I'm feeling for you from this. I feel again like it's that you're getting to build yourself from scratch almost. You're getting to reinvent yourself, and you are. I see you starting to dive into this energy just the way that you need to. So it's coming up as, like I said, I think I asked what was not working for you, but it feels like it's not working for you. It feels like things are just torn apart. But those are the moments that you're going to be able to build things. Like I said, be the architect of your dream life. I feel there's some I'm feeling actually almost like some Taurus energy coming in from this, because I feel that you really know what you want. You have high standards. You appreciate things, and you're willing to put in the work. Okay. I see you really getting focused into your trade. I see the business opportunities for you are only going to keep moving forward and getting better, because all of that energy that you were focusing on before, this tower moment has kind of shaken things up for you to look at your life in a new way. Okay. All right. And what can let me just see here. Just gonna see what energy that you guys can bring in for yourselves here. So, Spirit, what energy can we talked about releasing? What energy can we bring in? Can Libra bring in? What energy can Libra bring in? Yeah, I see some of you over water, some of you over. You've made a huge change. You've made huge changes. I'm so proud of you. Like, I feel this huge sense of pride coming through from Spirit. And the cards are never wrong. Okay, so, yeah. Yeah, stay away from the drama. I think that's what you're focused at anyway. But if people want to be conflicting with you, if people want to argue with you, you don't even have to engage in that. Yeah, you don't even have to. You're going through a really personal transformation. You've felt stagnant. You felt that you needed a whole change. So I really do believe, for a lot of you that are watching this, like I said, some of you, maybe this was by surprise, but some of you, it's almost like you knew that this was needed. This was coming and it was needed. Sorry, my leg is shaking. I don't know why. It's been shaking all day. There's some nervous energy. You got some nervous energy. Come on. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I want you to, Spirit wants you to, start really focusing on your skills, skill development, your ambitions, what you want, manifesting. Now that we talked about that earlier. So, remember what I told you about repetitive messages? Spirit is giving you signs. Spirit's giving you repetitive messages, and there's repetitive messages in this reading for you to manifest exactly what you want. You're assessing your tools. You're taking a look what's in your toolkit, and you're like, okay, where do I want to go? Take that moment to contemplate and check in with yourself. Go inward and think about, where is it that I want to go? What is it that I want to do? What is it that I want to accomplish? And once you have a clear picture in your mind, then yeah, assess that toolkit and say, okay, what do I need? What do I need to move forward? You're gonna have the chatter. I can hear it. You're gonna have people jealous. You're gonna have people that are disagreeing with you. You're gonna have your own conscience being like, your own ego, I should say, saying you can't do that. Now I'm saying, like, trust your intuition, right? Like, if you're guided towards something, go for it. If you're guided toward a goal, go for it. Like, if you when I say go for it, I mean do your do your research, start planning in your journal, start saying, having those positive conversations and positive self-talk with you, where you can say, okay, this is what I want. These are the seeds that I would like to plant to move toward my purpose, to move toward this goal. But I can see you have a beautiful little wish that's waiting to come to fruition. Whether I feel like this is a new opportunity. You're dreaming of your new place. Some of it is, I'm feeling, like I said, through new skills, through your work. There's something that you've been thinking about thinking about doing, and you've been wondering how you're going to accomplish it. I think you need to assess what you have going on, like I said, in your toolkit, and just kind of take a look at those things. But ignore chatter that's going to be, I always tell my friends this. I'm always like, when somebody tells you something, ask yourself, why are they telling me? Is it their own fears that they're projecting on you? Is it because they never took a chance in their life? Is it because of jealousy? If someone's coming from a genuinely caring place, and someone brings up a good point, there's no reason that you can't consider it. But I really want you to start trusting your intuition and getting to know yourself a little bit better, through your meditation, through your journaling, through that time, and just get to know yourself. And don't get into an argument or conflict with anything with anyone that is trying to tell you otherwise, or if you disagree, you just don't engage. You can just say, that's an interesting point, I'll think about that, and just leave it at that. And then you can think about it or contemplate or do whatever you wish. But I think I think getting to know yourself is what Spirit is sharing with you here. They're very, very proud of you. All of that you've gone through. Like I said, you've been through the most, and you're starting to wake up to a lot of things right now. So they're telling you, pay attention. They're telling you to, again, notice repetitious signs, as your guides can yield valuable information. So this has come up in another one of my readings. So take a look at your moon sign, rising sign, and Venus sign to get the bigger picture. But that card is coming up in another reading. So I would check out your other signs and take a look at the other video, because that is coming through as a connection there. And yeah. Yeah, they're showing me the car thing again. That's like an antique car or something. Oops. I'm seeing like a teal green color. I don't know. This one, yeah, they're for your final message also. They're telling you to tap into that divine feminine energy, the mother healing. As your feelings toward your mother heal, your desires manifest more rapidly and accurately. So again, you're healing yourself. You're balancing that divine feminine. I did talk about that a lot in one of my other readings as well. So again, make sure you're checking out your other videos just to make sure you're getting the full picture. But yeah, as your feelings toward your mother heal, your desires manifest more rapidly and accurately. So this is talking about healing with a relationship with a mom. Maybe you've been at differences, but I'm not getting just that. For some of you, I'm getting that this is really healing the nurturing side of yourself, and allowing that to come through, and allowing you to love and nurture yourself and forgive yourself for not being perfect, for making mistakes, for not having all the answers, for not knowing everything. Like, we go to our moms for that certain nurturing energy, and I feel that Spirit is calling upon you to acknowledge that energy within yourself, and from the people that love you and are around you. And a final card, Spirit, for Libra for the reading for today. final card, please. Oops. There we go. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. Um, Consult an expert. More information is needed. Contact with someone with expertise in this area. So that's upskill. That change that you're looking at bringing in could be, like I said, a change in your home, a change in your business. For some of you, it may be business. I'm definitely getting home as well on upskill. So you may be reaching out to an investor, a financial advisor. You may be reaching out to get more information about somebody who is either doing this skill, upskill, or new business or work opportunity, or uh, a new course. I see some of you doing something online. Um, yeah, so check into that. You're going to need some more information. And again, that was talking about making sure that that you're using the information, people, and resources around you to be able to understand what's in your toolkit, or what you know already, and what you need to continue to look into. So Libra, thank you so much for joining me here today for your June full moon reading. I really appreciate you and your energy. I'm proud of you. Spirit is proud of you for everything that you've been through, and just amazing, amazing energy today. If you got anything from this video, if you would like to see me continue to see me do videos like this, please just drop a line and let me know that it resonated with you, or that you liked it, and maybe I'll continue doing these. So thank you again so much, and you guys have an amazing day.